mode run. In this season, we are going to be the Dark Urge, but we are going to resist the urge. That makes sure that we need to make sure that we are not going to choose we're not going to give in to the Dark Urge. So let's go ahead and skip that cinematic, and let's go straight to Character Creator. If Character Creator bores you, then you are free to move on to the next chapter, where we wake up at the Nautiloid. If not, you are invited to join me in creating the Dark Urge character right here. Let's see, what are we going to be? Human, maybe? With human, we have... Since sorcerers are not proficient with shields and armor, we're gonna want a dwarf. No, I think we're gonna stick with half-elf. And we're gonna stick with a wood half-elf for the fleet of foot, so we get 35 feet instead of 30. And being true to the Dark Urge, we're gonna be a sorcerer. The cantrips we're gonna choose are Shocking Grasp, Ray of Frost, Mage Hand, and Friends. Friends is really good at the beginning of the game, since there's a lot of checks that we want to succeed in, and it rolls us with advantage. To start the game, we're gonna start with Thunder Wave and Magic Missile. I like Magic Missile because it's a guaranteed hit, and I like Thunder Wave because it pushes objects away. And if we have a Cloud of Daggers, we can position the Cloud of Daggers so we can Thunder Wave the enemies into the Cloud of Daggers for some extra damage. For this run, we're gonna start with being a Draconic Bloodline. But when we get to level 6, we're going to reclass into the Storm Sorcery, since at level 6, the Storm Sorcery, in my opinion, is a better build for a Sorcerer. But for early game, the Draconic Resilience, it gives us a hit point per sorcery level, and dragon-like scales cover parts of our skin. When we're not wearing armor, which we won't, our base class will be 13. And it's going to be 13 plus our dexterity, which will be 14, so that's 15. And we're going to be carrying a shield, so that's a 17. So just in Act 1, we will have a 17 AC, which makes us a little bit harder to hit. And we are going to be a blue, since we are going to be a Draconic Ancestry blue lightning background. In this run, we will use lightning and cold damage a lot, so blue makes sense. There's only one background available for us, which is the Hunted one, since this is the Dark Urge run. I believe we're gonna put +1 to our dexterity to give it a 14, so we get a +2 bonus. Charisma, which is our spellcasting ability, can stay where it is at 17. We will increase it eventually. For the scar appearance, we're gonna try to look blue. We're gonna be Mel.
What? What was that?
That's our face. I've always believed that when we create a character, it helps to do the hair first, so we can see how everything else looks with the hair. Our hair is going to be blue. I think that's too blue. This is a nice blue right here, I think. We're gonna give it some highlights, some light blue highlights, to give it a little bit of dimension. Now we'll go back up here and start from the top. We're gonna be a blue color. Maybe we'll give ourselves a scar right here in the middle. Skin color, don't you think so? We're gonna give him blue eyes, of course. How blue are his eyes gonna be? Light blue? Super light blue. Oh, this is a nice blue, I think. We're gonna give him a tattoo. Something not too loud. How about this one? Is that good? Let's see it with clothes. Let's change the color to blue. Perhaps that will make it nicer. Oh. Let's reduce the intensity a bit. Oh, I think that's a good one. Yes. I think this works. What do you think? Looks like he has facial hair, but it's blue. We're gonna give him lapish stud muffin, which are also blue. Let's give him some eye makeup. We're also gonna make this blue. That's not very dark. Just a shade. I'm having a hard time selecting what blue. Okay, I think blue 6 is the way to go. Actually, it looks kind of dark. Perhaps blue 5 with some intensity. Okay, blue 5 with a high intensity. Looks good. Let's make it metallic a little bit to match his scales, and glossy to match his scales. His lips will also be blue. And let's give it a little bit metallic and a little bit of gloss. Not too glossy. Just glossy enough. And I think I like this one. It's not very loud, but it's still there. Ooh, how about dark blue? That's actually really nice. But then his eyes are too bright. So we're gonna go back to the eyes. Eye makeup color. We'll make it dark. Yes. I think that's good. What do you think? We have a blue dragon. And the skin color also looks nice. And the tattoo looks nice as well. We're gonna go ahead and name him after... what should we name him? Draco, perhaps? No, because we're not gonna be a draconic bloodline forever. We're going to say 6th. Right now it's Charles the 7th. We're gonna choose a human. And I'm not as worried about what this guy looks like, but we are gonna give him red hair. So he kinda looks like Charles. And with that, we can begin. We're gonna go ahead and skip that cinematic since everyone has seen that. As per usual, the very first roll in here, I still get worried about. It's a dexterity check to rescue the brain from the skull. And we need to roll an 8 or higher. If you remember from season 1, we had us as our companion when we fetched him from the Mind Flayer colony. And he helped in combat for sure. Synaptic discharge was hitting maybe around 40% of the time, which is better than no percent of the time if he's not there.
But you are in danger. The dark urge.
And for this roll, we have no inspiration, we have no bonuses. It's a pure roll. We do have a +2 with dexterity, and we need to roll a 10. So we just need to roll an 8. If we roll an 8, we will get us in this run. I have prepared myself for disappointment in case we don't. But I have hope. For some reason, I've always succeeded in that roll. Maybe this is the time where we don't succeed and we won't have us in this run. Which will be a sad run indeed, but I think we'll get over it. He is so cute though, isn't he? Okay, here it is. Let's cross our fingers, cross our toes, cross everything. That we roll an 8 or higher.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
I am overjoyed that we rolled a 10. Now we get to see him in the Mind Flayer colony in Act 1.5 towards 2. No, is that Act 2? The Underdark? Yeah.
Should it prove a threat.
Act 2.
Fingers twitch with the desire to rip its tender, moist meat to shreds.
Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed. To the helm we go.
This is your end. Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
Alright, this is our first fight. Yay, us.
Can't even catch my breath.
You go here. You go there. You go there. And you go there. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. And don't need you.
No time for mercy.
Thanks, us.
You proved surprisingly adequate in
And as per usual, we are poorly at the beginning of the game, so we're gonna try to get everything so we can sell them for gold.
I feel better.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
We know what to do without needing to do certain checks.
Skvar. How many hosts of these Gale infected?
A rune. But for what?
That's a lot of infected people. Oh my goodness. We have some loot we can get here. And let's go ahead and rescue Shadowheart.
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. A parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command. cross your mind. You feel sated.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company. Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment.
Finally. Let us make for the helm. We've wasted enough time already.
She's right. Lead on.
Alright, let's go to the helm, everyone.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and prepare Shadowheart spells. We're going to use command.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
The nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
In Tactician and in Honor mode, Commander Jacques has 2 attacks and his health is 195. So it is not logical to try to kill him. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to connect the transponders. Full gore indeed. Oh wow, Charles, you are useless. Us could have just killed him all by himself.
Moving.
We don't want to go there. So it looks like he failed the saving throw with a 5. Our DC is 13, which means we can now steal that sword and Lae'zel can use it for the majority of Act 1.
My path be true.
We're gonna go ahead and dip our sword in fire, and it's gonna deal 1d4 damage if it hits. In this case, it did not hit. Lae'zel rolled a 4.
Your enemy. On my way.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder. Time to strike. Taking position.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Let's see. Hurry, before they strike. I will ascend. On the move.
Your spine is mine.
This ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Victory awaits. Taste my fury.
Strike these intruders open! The furnace is ours!
One day I'll catch a break.
Time to strike. This is your end.
Take this ship, or Dario will have your head!
Come a little closer. Time to press ahead.
Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time. half expected your memory ship. Your past is still an aching void. If you don't find a way to remove the tadpole burrowed in your brain soon, your future will be as blank as
Alright,
your
next we're
past.
gonna recruit all of
Your
our
head whispers
companions.
vengeance. You cannot wait to slice your way forth, seeking whatever wrought this tragedy.
Starting with Shadowheart, then Gale, then Astarion, then Lae'zel. We are resisting the urge, so we're gonna push the smile away.
With a shake of your head, you can hear your own blood throbbing in your ears. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
Try to avoid starting a fight because this is honor mode, so they are a little bit more difficult to fight. When we have a full party of 4, we will fight them for the XP, of course.
More of those wretched things.
Oh no, it says poor connection quality, broadcasting only mic audio. Well, that's not good. Well, we are approaching Gale, so let us do that interaction.
What's going on with that room?
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls. It looks slightly slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone? Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well. And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Well, this is annoying that it's not broadcasting video. Well, I guess I will keep playing. If you have played this game before, then you know what where we are. Next, we're gonna fetch Lae'zel.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast. You didn't hear it? Shook our camp good, so we came for a look. Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough Gawking, get me down. Never.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.